Hey, what it is, what's up? It's Miles Mobile, and you tuned in to that One Step Ahead podcast. And we got special guest Amir, you feel me? And I found him online speaking about the nervous system, how to regulate your emotions. And I want to let him really talk and give y'all a little background on what he do and anything I just missed, you feel me?
So basically, I teach people how to structure their life and organize their mind so it can expand their finances. Wealth all comes down to structure.
Mhm.
If you got structure, then your wealth can continuously expand. But it also connects to your emotions and it also connects to your nervous system. So I teach how to actually regulate the nervous system and emotions so you can have a higher expansion in life and a wealthier consciousness.
For sure, most definitely. What inspired you to start creating this content about the nervous system and things of that nature?
Um, Really just going through it. I don't teach nothing I ain't experienced to go through. So
Mhm.
the fact I was going through it and I couldn't regulate my emotions or I couldn't get my finances on the right track, I felt like this was a problem amongst myself and amongst my community being
Mhm.
from St. Louis. So I figured we need somebody speaking about this.
Mhm.
And instead of me using my influence to, because I rap too, but instead of using my influence to talk about what we normally talk about, being from St. Louis, I figured I might switch the game up now that I learned something. You know what I mean? Now that my consciousness expanded, I wanted to
Yeah, for
deliver
sure.
that expanded consciousness and let God speak to me and speak through me to deliver this message so we can break through that problem that's slowing us down from our ultimate goal, which is peace of mind and higher expenses, higher expansion of money.
Most definitely, for sure. What was the exact moment that you realized people were paying attention to the content?
People been paying attention to content of mine since I was little, for real. Cause before content, I was already in the like I was an actor. I've been doing music. I've been doing all this since a kid. So then when I first got my first phone, um, no, not the first phone, cause the camera wasn't busting yet. It was a couple phones after that.
Mhm.
It had a camera. And I still think it's on YouTube.
Mhm.
I had a video. I was making videos on YouTube at like 13. So as I started to get older, my videos just started to switch.
Right.
They came out with this Snapchat shit. Instagram stopped being just pictures. When it stopped being just pictures, it was up. I
Mhm.
was like,
Mhm.
oh hell yeah. I'm gonna turn up. And then I just started
Yeah, yeah.
recording myself. And I always been like funny or artistic and creative. So I've always been posting something. And
Mhm.
it just always had a pretty
Mhm.
high traction every single time. I'm just at the point of my life and my consciousness where it's like I know my exact purpose, what I'm here to do on earth and how to deliver it. So that's when I started switching up what I'm delivering, how I'm delivering, and who I'm delivering to.
Well, definitely, for sure. Like
For
you just
sure.
mentioned, you said naturally you had a following or audience. I wanted to know, do you feel like naturally with you, do you feel like you had a natural confidence that came with that? You feel me? With people being pulled in by your energy. If that makes sense.
Yes, it do make sense. No, you gotta have confidence or people won't be pulled. You gotta have a certain level of
Right, right, right.
confidence, you gotta have a certain level of magnetism, especially if you on
Mhm.
stage. Like beyond just content
Right.
in real life situation, if you performing your music, if you doing an actor scene, a play, etc., you need modeling, because I did that too. You need a certain confidence, you need a certain aura that will actually pull people in. If you don't have it, people don't want to watch because you don't got
Mhm.
the essence. You see a Denzel movie, we
Right.
don't give a fuck what Denzel doing in the movie. You nigga a pilot, he
Right,
been
right,
a
right.
cop, this nigga been everything. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
We watching Denzel because Denzel got the aura. You feel me? Michael
Mhm. Mhm.
Jackson
Yeah,
could have
I
made
do.
country
I do. I
music.
do.
We about listen to it. So it's like
Yeah,
whoever
facts.
got that aura, whoever got that confidence in themselves, that's the person you want to see. That's the person you want to watch. Kobe Bryant got confidence in his jump shot. Now we want to see you shoot it. We want to see it. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have a certain level of
Mhm.
confidence when you delivering, especially if you delivering knowledge or insight. That you mandatorily need a level of confidence, or people will
Mhm.
not, they won't feel you. They won't resonate. It's more than just your words. They gotta
Right.
feel your aura. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For sure. I realized that too. Like upon my awakening or my just my resurgence of me, like I realized that when I walk in a room, like okay, of course, yeah, I would be uncomfortable, but it would be my energy. I mean, other people uncomfortable. If that makes sense, you feel me? Like it'd
Yeah,
be my natural
absolutely.
confidence or my natural, you feel me, for sure. And that's what I'm just saying. Like me coming back into my power, like I'm realizing I don't gotta show my confidence now for nobody else to be comfortable. It's for me at the end of the day, for
For
sure.
sure.
Most definitely.
It
My
just
memory.
come down to being
I
yourself.
was gonna ask you too. What impact do you want your content? Mm-hmm.
Say it one
Mm-hmm.
more time. It was glitching.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Thanks. Oh no, you are good. What impact do you want your content to have on people when they see you?
When people see me, I want the content to I want them to actually be aware of the problem so that they can solve it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no reason to continue
Mm-hmm.
stressing about this said problem because people will stress about the same damn problem for 10 plus years, 5 plus years. You feel me? And the
Yeah.
way that
Yeah.
I move about life is I target the problem, I solve the problem, and then it's fixed on to the next level. So I basically
Mm-hmm.
deliver the content to I want people to understand this the level you've been stuck at for 3 years. That's why I keep repeating. This the problem right here. This how you solve it. And then go from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Most definitely. Your content for sure is definitely a help. For sure, it helped me get through some shit. For sure,
Hey,
I
much
kept it. Let me
love.
get back up out of shit. Most definitely. For
Much
sure.
love.
Most definitely. Did you ever? Have you ever had a time where you almost quit creating, and what kept you going?
Did I ever have a time I almost quit creating? Um, I want to say yes and no, and this is why I'm gonna say that. I never
Mm-hmm.
stopped creating because I'm a creator, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I it was a time I
Right. Right.
almost stopped
Sure.
creating publicly, right? Because due to the fact that
Mm-hmm.
the visibility got so big and I ain't want no quote unquote famous type of speed or energy,
Mm-hmm.
but I started to
Right.
realize this is all correlated to the nervous system as well. You actually want to have a certain level of high visibility because that's going to bring you a high income if you're an entrepreneur or business owner or you running your own thing outside of a 9 to 5. So it stirred me up for a second when I was hitting like millions of people at one time. And I was like, I'm finna just duck off because this I ain't got time for all that shit. But then it got to a point
Mm-hmm.
where it's like I can handle it. um, but that was just an emotion. It was just a feeling. I never stopped. It was
Mm-hmm.
just something that came up one day for me while I was sitting outside. Like, do I even want to go this route? Knowing that it's so many eyes. And then I said, fuck it, let's
Mm-hmm.
keep going because the bigger impact you got, the more you can help people. The more you help people, the more you help shift the world. The more you help shift the world, you completed your purpose as a man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For sure. Most definitely. Um, Even with you saying that as far as with visibility and being seen and having that split second where you were like, I don't think I want to do this all the way like that, or in this method. Recently, I just had that experience for the most part. I want to say like when I got the 607 Hunk interview, I'm like, okay, this is a pivotal moment. It can be life changing. I'm like, I have to really see myself. I'm like, okay, is this what I want to do? I want to be known in this way, and if I do, what is going to be my impact for sure, most definitely.
Do you enjoy the impact that you're giving from your podcast?
Yeah, I do. I do. I believe
Yeah.
that the questions that I ask help people go through the same things that we go through and have been through for sure. Most
Yeah,
definitely.
for sure. For sure. It's a journey, man. It's
For sure.
definitely a
Most
journey.
definitely.
But people
Yeah.
definitely need your
Mhm.
word. People
Yeah.
definitely need your podcast. And I seen some of that the 607 up one. I seen some of that one too. So yeah, you
Yeah.
doing your
Yeah. Yeah.
thing, bro. You
Yeah.
it's gonna keep expanding the more you stay consistent with it for sure.
most definitely. So thanks for the support too, for sure, for sure. I'm gonna get
For
back to it.
sure.
I'm just thinking about everything for sure. Like that whole process of cutting everybody else and just rebuilding for real, getting that new
Yeah.
foundation.
No, you gotta have them type of phases. You gotta have
Yes.
them type of moments, man.
Hmm. Yeah, for sure. Fact. It's all part of the growing process for sure. Them growing pains, most definitely.
Yeah.
What would you say? What childhood experience would you say helped shape the?
Say it one more time because it was cutting off.
Okay, for sure. I was saying, what childhood experience helped shape your creativity?
Oh, that's a good one. You know what's crazy? I don't know what specific childhood experience helped shape my creativity, but I do know
Mm-hmm.
um I started acting when I was very, very, very little. Maybe that played a part. I started acting cuz
Mm-hmm.
my mama a actor. And then I was in the church
Okay.
real young. I was always into the instruments when I was at the church. So I feel
Okay,
like
for
that
sure.
could have played a part cuz I also played instruments growing up as well. So maybe that played a part.
Mm-hmm.
um but I was naturally just creative. Like in school I was always creating something, and I still got little baby pictures of it. Arts and crafts, Boy Scouts, I always was creating something. As far as creating through
Yeah, for
expression,
sure.
I'm not sure what sparked my
Mm-hmm.
expression. I think it was just the fact that um
Mm-hmm.
you got these powers that's built in you from what God already set into you. And I think you just start to grow into it and understand it more and more, even though as a child you already know it. But society starts to dim your power. And I think you just start to
Right,
break
right.
out of the barriers that dim the power.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Most definitely. Most definitely. Funny enough, we say that like as far as people dimming your light as you get older. I remember vividly like as a kid, like I'm like in third grade, fourth grade. I had a group of friends. We'd be watching like Naruto or something, and we'd come to school and we'd like play like telepathy games, like different shit like that. Like now you get older
Yeah.
people say, "Oh, that's not real. You can't do that." Like, oh, I can't. Like, all right, and you
Yeah.
kind of like fall into line with what everybody else say. It's real for sure.
Yeah. That's what led me to being in gangs and all types of stuff. Cause it's just,
Yeah, yeah.
the word people say is real powerful on the mind, real powerful on the subconscious,
Mm-hmm,
especially when it comes from like loved ones or something, or your loved ones don't believe in your
mm-hmm.
vision. Then you start to doubt your own mind, like maybe it is too big, until you get to that point where it's like, boy, stop fucking playing with me.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, and you just
Yeah,
lock
no, for
in in
sure.
this world for real.
Mm-hmm. For real shit, for real. Man, I love when I reached that turning point where I was like, where I had that realization that anything that glitter and gold, even the things I said to you that sound like they true or sound like they could be believable, even from people that you love, it ain't even. It's not up to them to believe to control your destiny for real.
Yeah, you gotta believe in yourself, man. You gotta let God decide that.
Mm-hmm. For sure, facts, most definitely. So from the beginning of your journey, as far as content creation, what does success mean to you then, and what does success mean to you now?
When I was younger, success meant 20 bad bitches, a yacht, and $1 million, and some good backwoods. Now that I'm at this
Yeah,
age,
yeah, for sure.
now I'm at this age,
Yeah.
success means a loving family, a loving partner, a very peaceful household, and financial stability still, of course, so I can
Mm-hmm.
provide for that said family, but also living in my purpose fully, and not falling out of the alignment of my
Mm-hmm.
purpose. Success is a peace of mind. Success is
Mm-hmm.
is bigger than just the money itself. Money should be the byproduct of the successful peace of mind, if it makes sense. It's a wealth
Mm-hmm.
consciousness,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and that consciousness should naturally deliver my overflow of abundance
Mm-hmm.
since I'm a child of God. So success in the short run, It's just being able to lead, provide, and have a peaceful life and a peaceful home. Raise my kids to be good and shit like that. I ain't got no kids yet, but I do see the vision for how I'm gonna lead my family as well.
Mhm. For sure, most definitely. Um, when you bring up a successful mindset leads to a successful reality in the present moment. What does that look like when it comes to building a successful mindset?
Well, you gotta block out the noise. A lot of people deal with a lot of noise all
Mm-hmm.
day. And you gotta really come back to your internal field. You gotta come back to your inner world, and you gotta really sit with those
Mm-hmm.
thoughts that most people run from, or most people scared of, or all of the constant overthinking. You got to really learn how to organize the mind for it to calm down. You got to learn how to be at peace with what the mind is saying as well, and not run
Mm-hmm.
from quote unquote overthinking or thinking everything is demons, because sometimes it's
Mm-hmm.
not. Sometimes you're just not facing yourself and your shadow. So you really just got to
Yeah.
become
Yeah.
at peace with
Mm-hmm.
your inner world. And when you become at peace with your inner world, your body feel calm. You start to realize life is not even stressful. It's you making it stressful through your own mind. And when you can sit with it, and shit get easy and life get better
Mm-hmm.
and better and better. Then once you get to that peace part, you add the structure. Once you add the structure, your life just starts to advance naturally, day by day by day, due to the structure that you got in place to expand.
Mm-hmm. For sure, most definitely. I tell people that all the time. I believe that to set your foundation for your emotions, you gotta have a consistent routine. Most definitely, I'm still building on my
You
routine. I
do.
don't have, I have one, but I fell off of it for sure. Most definitely, but I gotta get back on that train for sure. Most definitely, at some
Yeah,
point.
get you a morning routine, get you a night routine too, man. That's important. That's gonna really calm the mind better than. And I
Yeah.
used to smoke all day, every day. I don't even smoke no more, bruh. But that morning
Mm-hmm.
routine, night routine,
Yeah.
that's gonna calm the mind better than the blunt would. I promise it will.
Yeah. It for surely will. And I experienced that too. I was just a heavy smoker not too long ago. I went on a cold turkey for like 4 months. Started smoking again a little bit, and I was like, I think I seen a video, and it was explaining how when you smoking prematurely or before you reach your goal mentally, uh, you create you create more of a wall in between you and your higher self for sure. Most
You
definitely.
technically do, because you feel comfortable being where you at without going toward that goal. I mean, now don't get me wrong, it's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of very productive smokers. Don't get me wrong, you can be productive with the
Right.
gas, but some people can't. Or some people use it to calm down.
Right.
That's this where it's a problem. It's nothing wrong with what's the
Mm-hmm.
word I'm looking for? It's nothing wrong with moderation of things. But when it becomes a crutch, this is a problem.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right. For sure. Most definitely. Yeah. Most definitely. Yeah. Yeah. When I started feeling it started becoming a crutch I was using just to escape from feelings and emotions, I'm like, yeah, let me pull back for sure.
Yeah, I used to do that too. I used to do that too. I know how it be. That's why I teach what I teach.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Mm-hmm. For sure. What is the nervous system's role in how we make decisions?
Well, if your nervous system is not, the word I use is regulated. If your nervous system is not regulated to the point where you are not feeling calm within yourself, your decisions can become impulsive, or they can become not stable
Mm-hmm.
enough to make the right forward movement towards your goal. I put it that way. You will start to make decisions that don't align with what you really want to do, because your mind and body won't be on the same teams.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For sure. Most definitely. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. Cause I just last week I was just getting over some rage and anger. Let me like let me get all my shit for sure. We do some breathing, some meditation, most definitely.
for sure.
I
It
was
always
flashing on
help.
people and everything. That
Hey,
kind
I
of
know
tripping.
how it be.
Mm-hmm.
I took anger management classes. I used to punch shit in the wall. I used to trip out.
Yeah.
But that's why I can speak on what I speak on because I didn't seen the other side so deep and so heavy to where I could tell people like, bro, we gotta calm our
Mm-hmm.
body down, like the body acting up. You feel me? And that's making your mind act up because your body not regulated. So again, that's gonna lead back to your poor decision making. And then when you have these poor decisions, it's gonna keep on stacking up. You're gonna make one poor decision that lead to a
Mm-hmm.
second poor decision that lead to a third one. And by the time you get to two, three poor decisions, you don't even the mind literally don't realize it's making a poor decision. It's just making decisions. Now you so out
Mm-hmm.
of alignment due to these compound effect decisions that you made from that one poor movement because your body not regulated.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. How would you say people can recognize? Excuse me. How can you say people can recognize when they are dysregulated?
There's many ways to recognize. But if you feel scattered, that's one way to recognize. Another way to recognize if you feel that
Mm-hmm.
emotional like in your body, if your body just feels very unstable, it don't feel safe, it don't feel secure, it don't feel calm, then you will know you're not regulated. If you feel like you gotta go smoke, drink, watch porn, or consistently stay on the phone to feel calm, then your body not regulated. Um even if you to it gets so deep to the point where if your sleep is extremely inconsistent, you can't fall asleep, the body not regulated. It don't know when to go to sleep. Like it's so many different ways and different areas to start to realize
Mm-hmm.
where your regulation is slipping and where it's not. If you get triggered too fast, you not regulated. If something small feels big, you
Mm-hmm.
not regulated. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really it all
Yeah.
come down to any area of life. Like it come down there with money. If you using money and you at the register or you
Mm-hmm.
about to buy something and you know you want it but you so hesitant on buying it, your body feeling tense, you not
Mm-hmm.
regulated.
Yeah, for sure. Most definitely. That's what I can feel I'm going to begin to start talking about it a little bit more. But and that's the thing when it comes to money, like people think that they have to like hold on to money and like don't spend it or don't do this or don't do that. But it's like the freedom of not feeling that tension when you do spend the money and feeling okay with spending the money is what attracts more money to you. You know what I mean? For sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's an abundance for sure. You just gotta know how to manage that money. You gotta know how to move that money too. But it you don't gotta hoard it. When people
Mm-hmm.
hoarding it, some people hoarding it out of fear. But if you can actually
Mm-hmm.
spend that money in a correct format, in a correct manner, then it's actually gonna multiply. It just depends on how it's getting spent. And a lot of people scared to invest in themselves, but
Mm-hmm.
yourself is the money. You need to be investing in yourself. That's how the money gonna expand
Mm-hmm.
further too.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah.
Exactly. Most definitely. I tell people that all the time. I be trying to preach that to certain family members. I'm like, they'll tell me like, and I get it's their fear. You shouldn't be being projected, but they'll be, oh, you shouldn't spend money on this. That's too much, or that's this and that. But I'm like, I'm building the foundation. You know, I'm saying the foundation for me to thrive in the ways that I want to. You feel me? So I'm not gonna ever let those opinions get in the way of what I want to do for sure.
Yeah, bro, you can't. You can't because it'll slow down the whole entire mission.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. People like to project on it. When people keep constantly projecting on
Mm-hmm.
you, they just telling you what they mind think. And you gotta understand what's they mind and what's yours.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly. For sure. Having that discernment, most definitely. For
Yeah,
sure.
discernment is mandatory.
Mm-hmm. How does emotional discipline accelerate growth?
Oh, this is a good one. You need that emotional discipline because number one, especially as a man, if you ain't got no emotional discipline, your woman not even gonna trust you to lead her, right? That's number one. Number
Mm-hmm.
two,
Mm-hmm.
without women, a man who is not emotionally disciplined, he can't even activate or lead his purpose correctly. So how he gonna help the world with his purpose? You feel me? People won't if Buddha
Mm-hmm.
wasn't emotionally disciplined, ain't nobody gonna listen to him. If Jesus didn't have emotional discipline, wasn't nobody gonna listen to him. These people that are known as these high religious teachers have emotional discipline. That is why people listen to him. That's why people worship that word, because it's emotional discipline right there. So the discipline gonna lead to extreme growth. If you got emotional discipline, then you can handle your money right.
Mhm.
If you don't got emotional discipline, once your emotions start to spike up, you gonna use some money to try to soothe it, whether it be food, drugs, porn, sex, hotels, whatever the
Mhm.
case may be, shopping. These are things that all fall in order.
Mhm.
So emotional discipline is actually one of the
Mhm.
main things needed for your growth, because you won't be
Right,
able to
right, right.
function
Yeah.
correctly. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got stuff to do today and then somebody come piss you off, throw you off, now you angry, you throwing shit over it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Now you're not gonna be able to get your
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
done. Now it's like you gotta push
Mhm.
that back.
Mhm.
Cause let's just say for example, it's 140 right now. If we
Mhm.
got a podcast to do, me and you together at 145, but somebody pissed me off at 141 and I'm pissed, and then I gotta text you, hey bro, we
Mhm.
gotta push the podcast back to tomorrow. I'm throwing off the plans due to my lack
Yeah.
of emotional stability. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
this ain't supposed to move like that,
Yeah.
because certain stuff is in order for a reason. And you're gonna keep pushing yourself back the more your
Mhm.
emotions is not regulated.
Mhm. For sure. I could for sure admit just being ignorant for sure. Like I for sure prolong some processes.
Hey, me too.
Most definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
Me, that's the only reason
Mhm.
I can talk
Yeah.
about it. This shit, like
Mhm.
I didn't lived it. I can't talk about it if I ain't
Yeah.
fix it. I didn't fix this shit. I didn't
Mhm.
lived it. I didn't went on the wrong side of emotional where I couldn't control my shit. That's why I was an alcoholic. This
Mhm.
why I was abusing drugs. This why I was, having all of these sexual partners. Cause when that emotion come up, I'm doing something. You feel me? So I'm finna
Mhm.
hit the
Mhm.
Hennessy. I'm finna roll the backwood
Mhm.
right now. Y'all to piss me the fuck off. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I didn't
Mhm.
free myself from that to where I don't need nothing external to regulate my emotions, because I'm regulated. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. For sure. For sure. Most definitely. Most definitely. Um. I guess this is a good follow up question for sure. Why would you say? What are some reasons you would say people feel exhausted when they go through emotional conflict?
Well, because they keep it running. The conflict be
Mhm.
done. They still talking about that shit 2, 3 hours later in their head. They talk about what they could have said. They look. They in the shower.
Yeah.
They in the
For sure.
shower still talking shit. So look, now, keep in mind, this is all the shit I
Yeah.
used to do. This is the only reason I can talk about it. So this what make you feel drained, because your body don't know that it's not in conflict no more, cause we still talking shit. Cause we still in our head like, boy, this bitch done got me fucked
Mhm.
up,
Mhm.
nigga. Like, oh boy, got me fucked up. He don't even know what he. Yeah, your
Yeah. Yeah.
body still think it's in conflict right there. Conflict was 2 days ago.
Mhm.
Conflict was 3 hours ago, right? It was supposed to be left in that moment, but we carry the
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, only thing that exists is the present moment.
Mhm.
So if the mind is continuously talking about the conflict
Right.
itself, the body thinks it's continuously going through this for however long you still talking about it. And people carry emotional conflict with them for days, for weeks, for years. It's people who still replaying emotional conflicts right now that happened 3 years ago, and then they wonder why their energy so low. Your body still think you in the conflict, right? This is why the
Mhm.
nervous system's so important. So you gotta train the body to
Yeah.
leave the conflict
Mhm.
right there. You give yourself about 5, 10 more minutes to talk your shit in your head, then stop it.
Mhm.
But if you don't give it no container to stop, the body
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
stay in
Yeah.
shock. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna stay in shock, and your
Mhm.
adrenaline gonna
Mhm.
keep on coming up, and it's gonna activate that fight or flight mode, which is really what activate supposed to be activating if a dog chasing your ass. If a dog chasing you, you need this adrenaline so you can get the fuck out of there.
Mhm.
But if you just sitting there talking
Yeah. For sure.
shit and you still sparking the same adrenaline that's gonna activate if a dog chase you, imagine how tired your body really is.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Exactly. Yeah. For sure. I'm glad I recently, like literally like 3 4 days ago, like just got to the point where I got back to that point. 'Cause I was there. I'm yeah. Anyway, got back to the point of like not playing those stories over and over on loop for real. Like just being like, okay, I might be aware of this. This might be in my awareness. I might be picking up on this or that, but I don't have to create a story around the bullshit for real.
Yes, that's the creating the story is the problem. Creating the story is the problem because it's just supposed to
Mm-hmm.
be. Keep in mind, that's why I say people, mind, and body don't be on teams. When you create the story, you keep the loop in your head and you keep the trauma, the emotion stuck inside the body. You want the body to alchemize the emotion. You want the body to release the emotion. How do you do that? You shut the fuck up
Mm-hmm.
and you just feel it. Cause
Right,
it's
right,
that's
right.
what feelings are.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's called feelings. So you can feel it. It's just a sensation. When you
Mm-hmm.
create a story around the sensation that occurred in the body, you keep the sensation stuck here. If you just feel it fully and just be with every uncomfortable moment of that sensation, it'll transform just because you're giving it the attention. And once it
Mm-hmm.
transforms, it's out of the body. You no longer have to identify
Mm-hmm.
with that story. But people are creating an identity based upon that story that they're making from that emotion.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. For sure. That's one thing I suggest. If anybody out there doing that, I suggest for sure learn to
Absolutely.
quiet the mind. Most definitely, because you'll see the difference for sure as far as the tension being released in your body, and especially in your mind for sure. Most definitely.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
How does gratitude shift financial perception?
Oh, it shifts it very well. Shifts it very well. If you start to, cause see, complaining becomes addictive. And if you shift it, and that's the momentum. It's all about that momentum. If you complain and you keep complaining,
Mm-hmm.
you are literally creating lack. You're creating lack, which is not real. God promised
Mm-hmm.
us abundance, but we got the free will to make poverty. We got the free
Yeah.
will to make lack. So if you keep focusing on the lack and the complaints, then you're going to keep creating realities and experiences that identify with that because your mind and body think you like it, right? When you shift it over to gratitude, though,
Mm-hmm.
this is a different amplification in the body, in your perception. It's all about changing your perception because that is all this is. Reality is blank. It's like a blank
Right.
piece of paper. If I ask you, if I ask you what money mean to you, and then I ask somebody next door to you what money mean to them, you're gonna have two different answers. But we talking about the same subject, right? The perception of
Right.
the subject is creating what you
Mm-hmm.
experience. So if you got gratitude in certain moments, you're gonna amplify
Mm-hmm.
your money. Even when it comes to bills, if you grateful that you can pay the bill, you gonna start attracting realities where you can have more
Right.
money to pay the bill. Now, if you complaining about the bill, you're gonna attract
Mm-hmm.
realities where you have less money to pay for it because your body thinks you like complaining. So the more that you bring this
Yeah.
gratitude
Right.
into
Right.
your
Right. Right.
perception, you can expand. You can expand. Things get bigger. Things get better because you can see different. If you can see different, you can move different. You can
Mm-hmm.
live different. So it's all about how you activate this gratitude, and it's naturally because of how high that vibration is from gratitude. Naturally, gonna make your money get better. You gonna
Mm-hmm.
see a better
Facts.
life.
For sure. Most definitely. I agree with that. Most definitely. 100%. Because yeah,
Yeah,
like the reality you create in your mind is the reality that you're gonna receive, whether it be good or bad. Because by default, like you said, those timelines gonna be created by whatever you tell yourself. For sure.
exactly. Yes.
Why would you say delayed gratification is a good thing?
Oh, this is good too. Okay, so delayed
Mm-hmm.
gratification is mandatory, honestly. This is what's gonna expand your money. This is what
Mm-hmm.
actually recalibrates your nervous system. If you moving too fast, too impulsive, you delay the money instead of you having a delayed um satisfaction, right? So when you do this,
Mm-hmm.
your nervous system can get used to say, let's just say you got the biggest check of your life today. Let's say somebody wanted to give you, hey bro, I want to give you $500,000. If you delay your movements just for a little bit. It don't gotta be even too long. Let's just say 3 days. You delay your movements for 3 days, you will have
Mhm.
better management of how to move this $500,000, how to operate this $500,
Yeah.
$500,000, how to spread it out, how to invest in yourself. But if you move so impulsively, like you know what, boy, I just got $500,000. Let's ball the fuck out. We finna go to Miami.
You
After
already
we
know.
leave Miami, we finna go get on the yacht. We got three bad bitches coming with the say. Yeah, now
Mhm.
some your money finna switch up extremely due to the compound effect. So when you delay
Right.
it though, your body gets used to this bigger number. It doesn't feel so
Mhm.
impulsive. If it feels too impulsive with this bigger
Right. Right.
number, it's gonna send you back to a smaller number where it's comfortable not being impulsive. You feel me? So you want to make
Mhm.
the body
Mhm.
comfortable. That's what delayed gratification. That's what it does. When you make that body comfortable, then it can expand higher. If the body don't get comfortable with it, it go back lower.
For sure. Most definitely. I agree with that. Most definitely. Because like I was telling you before we hopped on here, uh, like the more I was relaxed, the more I was not in a worried mindset or anxious. Oh, I need them to hit me back, or I hope they hit me back, and just letting it be what it is. Like things just naturally came towards me for sure.
Yeah, we block it when we be anxious or worryful. We block the abundance
Mm-hmm.
coming to us. We literally switch the flow of it. When you got to be detached. Excuse me. I like to say detached from the outcome. When you
Mm-hmm.
detach from the outcome, things naturally flow to you because you don't have an attachment to it. It's nothing getting in the way of it. Abundance
Right.
is your natural birthright. It's your natural
Mm-hmm.
state as spirit, as child of God. So if you're detached and you're just in present moment, you just enjoying your life with, like we just said, with gratitude. Watch how much shit just flow to you naturally because that's who you are, right? But stress, worry,
Right.
anxiety, that's not who he is. As a natural energy
Mm-hmm.
being, that's not who we are. That's what the flesh do because it know how to survive.
Mm-hmm.
But when you bring flesh back to spirit, you expand in abundance.
For sure. Most definitely. Nice facts for sure. Had first hand experience for sure. It's been beautiful though. It's been beautiful. Most definitely like with that experience and just understanding like, man, I don't have to rush anything. I don't have to be too in my head or anything. You feel me? It's gonna naturally happen. What's meant to be is gonna happen for sure. Most
Yes, yes. It's
definitely.
God already got this shit set out. We just gotta follow the blueprint.
Mm-hmm. Facts. Most definitely. So the last question I have for you, I ask everybody this question. I'll be interested for sure in everybody's journey for sure. Most definitely spiritually. Um, when did you realize you were highly sensitive, and how was that experience for you? What was that beginning journey like for you? Getting used to that feeling, getting used to those emotions
I,
coming up.
I knew that shit when I was a kid. I just knew I felt shit
Okay.
differently than people that I was around.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna say because there's plenty people who was highly sensitive as kids and they know that.
Right.
But
Right.
you
Right.
know, a
Right.
lot of us grew up in let's just say St. Louis, for example. If you grow up in St. Louis, you can
Mm-hmm.
be highly sensitive, but it's gonna get to a point where you may start to numb. You may start to numb yourself. It's a lot
Mm-hmm.
of trauma around. It's a lot of ignorance around. It's a lot of loud behavior. It's a lot of gunshots, killings, drug dealing. You
Mm-hmm.
numb, right? But I knew since a kid that because I just felt energy. I can feel when something about to pop off before it
Mm-hmm.
pop off. Like I used to just be noticing something. I'll be in the room as a kid. I
Mm-hmm.
used to be in the room like this nigga about to tweak out right now. Like I
Yeah, for
feel
sure. For
him getting
sure.
ready to
Yeah.
tweak
Yeah.
out, bro. Or
Mm-hmm.
oh he finna punch his girl in the face. I feel it already before it happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I just start to feel the energy. I didn't know it was called hypersensitivity or nothing like this. I just knew I was very
Mm-hmm.
in tune with, and I didn't even call it energy at the time. I'm young. I just knew I was very in tune with shit. Or, I was
Right.
very in
Right.
tune with
Right.
my emotions more than most people that
Mm-hmm.
I was around because they numb. Or just growing up in a household that was you had slight chaos in it. You gonna be very aware of how you moving in the house. So you feel me? So
Right.
it
Right.
all
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
down to everything like that, and you just kind of start. paying attention to your body. You start paying attention to your mind. And when you do all
Mm,
of that, then you get to this point at this higher age and awakening where we can label it hypersensitivity. So I always knew. I just numbed it
mm,
for a while through drugs and alcohol till I came back to my true self, and I'm
mm,
able to deal with the hypersensitivity because it's normally a lot on the body. But when you can
mm,
deal with it being a lot on the
mm,
body and just
mm,
feel the body, you smooth.
mm. For sure, most definitely. And that's something I recently learned. Like, I had that eye opening experience where I understood that, like, so I went to the this is like 2 years ago now, but I went to the psych ward, and they gave me some strong ass fucking medicine that just killed everything. I was kind of mad at myself. I'm getting over it right now. I'm like, I'm not really tripping off it no more. But I said that to say, like, I'm understanding that it's about integration. It's about integrating the 5D mind with the 3D body, if that makes sense. Like, not
That
running
makes
away from it.
all the
Like, I used to
sense.
think it was something separate. I'm like, oh, I'm like a whole different person now. But it's like, yeah, for sure. But it's like we have to, like, instead of running from the feeling or trying to escape the feeling or trying to numb the feeling, embrace the feeling and get used to the uncomfortable being comfortable, for sure.
Yes. I mean, that's how you ground the 5D into the 3D reality. You gotta bring spirit to that body. Cause that keep in mind, as
Mm-hmm.
spirits, right? This is the problem with many
Right.
people who get on the spiritual journey. They try to leave the body, or they try to say, "I don't want to be on Earth," or "This I ain't coming back."
Mm.
Well, Earth is the body. It's not nothing outside of us. Earth itself is
Right.
this
Mm.
human avatar. You have to bring your spirit so grounded in this
Mm-hmm.
avatar that you will start to see the 5D on this 3D plane. And when you do that, bro, and you ground
Yeah.
yourself,
Yeah.
all of
Yeah.
your spiritual abundance materialize because we came here as spirits to experience the 3D. None of us are human. We're
Mm-hmm.
experiencing what
Mm-hmm.
it's like to be human. We're
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
experiencing sight, sense, taste, touch, ego. That's the experience, right? Because we all spirit. But when you get here, you need to be
Sure. For sure.
fully grounded in the experience so deeply that you don't want to run from it, that you want to enjoy it, that when them
Right.
emotions come up, you want to alchemize this shit because you want to teach the body how to be in tune with you as spirit and not having the body be in control.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Most definitely. Most definitely. That's for sure been I want to say a learning curve, but like a something I have to embrace for sure. Something I have to embrace. I'm like, okay, like now I understand. I feel this way. I understand that I am a powerful person. Like, I'm not meant to be regular, not in a cocky sense, but in confidence. You feel me? Like, I feel like to an extent,
Absolutely.
due to me having, yeah, for sure. I feel like to an extent, due to me having a prosthetic leg and eye, I feel like I have to not necessarily be cocky or not even feel better than nobody, but like at least have that energy of like, now I'm the shit. Like, you can't tell me nothing. Like, you feel what I mean? Like,
That's
I'm
how
it.
you supposed to
So
feel.
different.
That's how you
For
supposed
sure.
to feel. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, people gonna say what they say, but fuck what they talking about. Cause if you don't feel confident
Yeah,
in
for sure. Yeah.
yourself, you ain't gonna be shit. Michael Jordan
No.
felt so confident when it's fourth quarter, you give me the fucking ball, nigga. Kobe felt so confident when it's fourth quarter, you give
Yeah,
me the
facts, for
fucking
sure.
ball,
Facts.
G. Cause I'm the best shooter on the court. Now I'm not regular here. This just what it is.
Yeah, for
Whoever
sure.
feels some type of way about it, that's on them. That's on you for not
Mm-hmm.
stepping in your
Yeah, for
power.
sure.
But you feel me? You can't
For
let you
sure.
can't
Facts.
let how they go feel fuck up your
Mm-hmm.
power. You gotta step so full in
Yeah,
this shit that it activate these other niggas. Real talk.
yeah, for sure. Facts. For sure. Facts, for sure. Real game, for sure. I want to thank you for coming on the podcast and being a guest, for sure. Most definitely, it was a pleasure, for
Hey,
sure.
much love for having me for real.
For sure. Most definitely. Have a good one,
You too, you too.
for sure. Let me see.